Oh, lordy, 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 lordy. Hello. Hello, hello, hi, hi, hello. Hi, everybody. You see the bombs that hit Tel Aviv? Yeah. No, nuclear war is imminent. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding, guys. The nukes are getting launched. The nukes are getting launched. The nukes are gonna get launched. 1,000%. This is so, like, guys, we're literally gonna lose. We're actually gonna lose. We're literally gonna lose this war. We're literally gonna fucking lose this war. We thank you for the $2. We can't sustain this. We're running out of ammo. We're running out of ammo. I don't fearmonger proceeds to fearmonger. Dude, fucking every nation on earth is upgrading their nuclear arsenal.
I have ordered that we increase the number of nuclear warheads on our arsenal in order to put pay to any speculation. We will no longer communicate on the figures regarding our nuclear arsenal.
Bro, the French are upgrading their nukes. The Spain just kicked us out. Spain kicked us out. We have bases in Spain and they kicked us out. They said, you're not welcome here anymore because they know what's coming. They know what's coming. Anywhere where a fucking American base is getting fucking bombed. Our bases across the Middle East are gone. They weren't hit, they're gone. Barbecued, done, obliterated. There's not 6 dead Americans, there's fucking hundreds. There are hundreds of dead Americans and the government is fucking lying. They are fucking lying. They're gonna slowly be like, oh, 6 more died, 7 more died, 20 more died. There are hundreds of dead American soldiers right now. So many of our fucking bases are gone. The fucking Israelis are prepared to nuke Iran. The French are upgrading their nukes. The Spaniards kicked us out. I actually think nuclear war is gonna begin. I actually think nuclear war is about to fucking begin. I have so much shit queued up. I have so much shit queued up for us to talk about. And it is all fucking brutal. It is all fucking brutal. I might just start recording right off the rippity-bo-bippity. No way there aren't hundreds, if not thousands. There's at least hundreds. There's at least hundreds. Luigi, shush. See, the Iranians claim that they've killed 500 American soldiers. We claim that it's 6, which means the real number is somewhere in between. It's between 100 and 500. It's probably like 150, 200. What happened to your main TikTok account? That shit was banned a long time ago, son. Luigi! Dude, that fucking neighbor dog. That neighbor dog is barking and now Luigi's going absolutely fucking crazy. I bet it won't happen, or are you afraid? You're wrong. We bet it won't happen, or... Brother, do you think I want nuclear war? I hope to God I'm fucking wrong. I hope to God I'm fucking wrong, dude. Are you kidding me? Unfortunately, I've been correct about every fucking prediction I've ever had. Every leftist and liberal you've ever met, their analysis on Trump has been right. He's a fucking warmonger. He's willing to start nuclear war. He literally said, I have it queued up. Where is it? Where is it? Iran just stated that they're going to hit very hard today, harder than they have ever hit before. They better not do that, however, because if they do, we will hit them with a force that has never been seen before. He's talking about nukes. He's talking about nuclear weapons. That is what he is saying. Oh, this is so bad. So unbelievably bad. Yeah, go ahead and start the video, Chris. I am. I'm going to start the video once I get Luigi to calm down a little bit. Do you want to come in? Or do you want to go to bed? Go to bed. All right, you know what? Let me get her little, bed. Never mind, she ran away. Maybe she don't even want to come in. Luigi, you want to come in? No. All right, we're good. I guess she don't want to come in. But yeah, no, I firmly believe that Israel's gonna fucking hit Iran with a nuke. I'm not even fucking kidding. And it's because Iran is bombing the fuck out of us, getting us to the point where we're running out of ammo. We literally do not have the ammo to keep this going. We can't shoot that. We can't hit. We have no more interceptors, bro. We have used at least 50% of our interceptors already. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. Yeah, and they're using their cheap shit. They're using their cheap shit. They were waiting. They're using their old missiles and their cheap missiles to deplete our fucking ammunition before they come in with the big stuff. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna hit you with an ad.
Hey there, you! Yeah, you! You tired of your boring, plain old wardrobe? Do you want to stand out in the crowd? You want to make heads turn, jaws drop, and hearts skip a beat? Well, have I got the deal of the century for you? ValentiVideos.myshopify.com is here with the merch explosion that'll blow your socks off and change your life. Check it out! We've got exclusive gear from the cutting edge of fashion. T-shirts, hoodies, mugs, and much more that'll make you be thinking, well, hell, where'd you get that? And guess what? You can get yours right now with just one click. That's right, don't wait. Act now, and you can be a proud owner of the hottest merch on the planet. Whether you're looking to chill out, stand out, or just feel like $1,000,000, we've got something for you. And hey, I know what you're thinking, but what about the price? Well, let me tell you, these prices are so low that you'd think we were giving it away for free. Now, get ready to rock the best merch in town. And
All right, enough of that. Enough of that. Let's be for real. Ain't none of you buying any fucking merch right now, bro. The world's gonna fucking end in the next 72 days. When are we getting a Luigi cam? When I get a little bit less lazy. You look like you sell Coke mixed with baking soda? I used to. That's how you save money. And Coke. What is 72 days significance? Nah. In case you want the Docutussi, I have so many links. I will keep it queued up, but I'm probably not going to touch it. Oh, yeah. I do love the Valenti Bugle, though. I am a big fan of that. I am a big fan of that. Yeah, we're not getting GTA 6. All right. That's actually how I'm going to open up the fucking video. All right, let's start with that. Y'all ready? I'm just going to lock in and start recording off the rip. All right. Y'all ready? All right, here we go. You're not getting GTA 6. Nuclear war is fucking imminent. I'm not even fucking kidding, bro. I actually think Israel's gonna nuke Iran. I genuinely believe that, and I think other world leaders fucking know that, and they're preparing for global thermonuclear war. I've got a video here just to start off with. Look at all these tabs. We have a lot of shit to cover, but we're gonna start off just with this. You have to listen to this. This is the French President Macron saying that they are upgrading their nuclear arsenal.
Therefore, I have ordered that we increase the number of nuclear warheads on our arsenal in order to put pay to any speculation. We will no longer communicate on the figures regarding our nuclear arsenal, contrary to past practice.
They are adopting Israel's nuclear policy, which is nuclear ambiguity. We know the Israelis have nukes. We do not know how many. And now the French are moving into that same fucking mindset. They're saying we're upgrading our nukes, but we are done telling the world how many we fucking have. At the same time, gang, at the same time, we got Trump posting this on Truth Social. Iran just stated that they are going to hit very hard today, harder than they have ever hit before. They better not do that, however, because if they do, we will hit them with a force that has never been seen before. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. That's a nuke. That's what he's talking about, is a nuke. That's what he means. The only fucking thing that the world has never seen before is modern nuclear weaponry. What are you gonna do? You're gonna hit him with a Moab? You already fucking done that. We've already seen you hit him with a Moab. What are you gonna do? Hit him with fucking B-2s? We already seen that. The only possible thing he can be talking about is a fucking nuke. And these stupid bastards actually believe that there is such thing as a fucking tactical nuke. There isn't. There isn't, bro. Let me explain something. I've said this before. I'll flex it again. I am a United Nations delegate for denuclearization. I know a lot about nuclear war. And the one thing that every fucking expert agrees on is that tactical nuke is an oxymoron. There is no tactical deployment of a nuclear weapon. You cannot de-escalate a conflict with a nuclear weapon. You can only escalate the conflict, and you get nothing out of it. What are you gonna do? You're gonna nuke Iran? You're gonna destroy fucking everything. The wind is gonna carry the fallout somewhere else and destroy that whole fucking area. Half of your troops are gonna fucking die in the blast. Half of their troops are gonna die in the blast. There's a reason why we've never fucking used them. It's because they're useless. You can't end a conflict with a nuke. You just start a new one. We have so much shit to talk about. Marco Rubio literally admitted that Israel dragged us into this war, and that if we didn't do this, Israel would have attacked Iran, and then Iran would have attacked us. That's what you have to fucking hear it from the horse's mouth, from the cokehead's fucking mouth. Gotta look at this.
Threat and the There absolutely was an imminent threat, and the imminent threat was that we knew that if Iran was attacked, and we believed they would be attacked, that they would immediately come after us. And we
Listen to how fucking stupid that is. We knew that if Iran were attacked, and we knew that they would be attacked, that they would immediately attack us. He's saying that we started a war to prevent a war. He's saying we bombed them because they would have bombed us if we didn't bomb them. That's actually the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
We're not going to sit there and absorb a blow before we responded, because the Department of War assessed that if we did that, if we waited for them to hit us first after they were attacked, and by someone else, Israel attacked them, they hit us first, and we waited for them to hit us, we would suffer more casualties and more deaths. We went proactively in a defensive way to prevent them from inflicting.
Bro, there are hundreds of dead U.S. soldiers right now. The government is lying to you. The president says there's only 6 dead U.S. soldiers. The Iranians say they've killed over 500. The real number is somewhere in between. Dude, every base the Iranians bombed so many of our fucking bases, and they're gone. They didn't just damage them, they're gone. They destroyed them, barbecued them, burnt them to the ground. They're fucking gone, dude. And Trump is willing to send more and more and more and more. He doesn't give a fuck how many of us have to fucking die because he is being blackmailed. There are videos of him fucking children because the president of the United States of America is a fucking pedophile. And the Israelis gathered blackmail on him through Jeffrey Epstein for fucking decades, knowing that if they could get that cocksucker into the fucking Oval, then they would finally get exactly what they have wanted for the past 47 years, which is to destroy Iran. That is the state of this fucking world.
Damage. Had we not done so, there would have been hearings on Capitol Hill about how we knew that this was going to happen, and we didn't act preemptively to prevent more casualties and more loss of life.
More casualties. You fucking murdered 135 little girls. The first fucking thing you did was murder 135 little girls between the ages of 7 to 12. You blew them into fucking smithereens. Arms in one room, legs in the other. You turn them into fucking dust, you psychopathic piece of shit, cokehead, warmongering fucking fascist. Sorry, I am so fucking angry, and if you are not as angry as I am, shut the fuck up forever, because it is your generation, Gen Alpha, that is going to be the next blood sacrifice in the Middle East. My generation and the generation before us, we spilled all our fucking blood in Iraq and Afghanistan. Now it's your fucking turn, because King Pedophile has decided it is a worthy sacrifice. Your blood, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your nephews, their lives are worth sacrificing in the name of fucking Israel. That is what President Donald J. fucking Trump has decided. Marco Rubio admitted what we all knew. The U.S. had entered a war of choice on behalf of Israel. There was never an Iranian threat. Shedding of both American and Iranian blood and thus on Israel firsters. American people deserve better and should take back their fucking country. All right, look at Netanyahu. Watch Netanyahu's fucking reaction when he is asked about this.
You know, there are people that say, well, the Prime Minister of Israel dragged Donald Trump into it. And as somebody that's been friends with him over 30 years, nobody drags Donald Trump into anything, number one, but I want to get your reaction to that.
Just the most evil, maniacal laugh you could fucking imagine. Play that again.
Donald Trump into it. And as somebody that's been friends with him over 30 years, nobody drags Donald Trump into anything, number one, but I want to get your reaction to that.
Are we dead ass? Brother, the United States of America is completely controlled by Israel. Completely fucking controlled by Israel. Let's see what Satan Yahoo has to actually say.
Well, you're right. I mean, that's ridiculous. Donald Trump is the strongest leader in the world.
You know, there are
unfucking believable. All right, let's listen to even Tucker Carlson. So for you right-wing magaloids, just so you understand, even fucking Tucker Carlson thinks this is obscene.
At some point, the United States has to get...
That is so loud. I am so sorry about that.
Sorry, it's not anti-Semitism. This is a head of state whose decisions are getting Americans killed and affecting the history of the world and the fortunes, but also the future of the United States. The United States has to say to the government of Israel, you are not in charge. And no president since John F. Kennedy has been willing to say that, but...
Oh yeah, and what happened to fucking JFK?
No administration has paid a higher cost for going along than the current administration. And it's tragic when you think about it. And of course, it's not simply the administration, president, and everyone who works for him. It's the country and the people who voted for this president in the hope that he would improve their lives. And none of that will be possible if this continues. The fault, of course, is with anyone who went along with Bibi's demands or threats or whatever. But the root cause is Bibi and his ambitions. And so somebody immediately needs to say no.
Listen, to any Democrat politician running for any seat, whether it be Senate, Congress, President, if you want to win, all you have to say is, if you elect me, I will cut all funding to the nation of Israel. Fuck you. Good luck, have fun, no more US tax dollars, and see just how long those fucking dog people last. See just how long those fucking Zionist apartheid sons of bitches fucking last without your money defending them, without our soldiers dying for them, because Bibi is down, he's down to fight to the last man being an American. He doesn't give a fuck. He's not gonna sacrifice his own fucking people, and honestly, he will in the streets. He knows they're gonna get obliterated. Israelis are being bombed to the ever-loving fuck, bro. Iran used their old missiles, their dog shit missiles, just to waste our fucking ammo, just to waste our interceptors and our THAAD missile batteries, right? The anti-aircraft shit. And now they have thousands of hypersonic missiles that we can't even shoot down if we had the fucking ammo. They are pelting Jerusalem. They are pelting Haifa. They are pelting Tel Aviv. Israel is being fucking obliterated right now, and it's a media blackout. You're not seeing any of the fucking videos. I got a couple of these videos, but Israel's doing everything they can, and so are we, to prevent the world from understanding just how powerful Iran truly fucking is. Trump took Iran's unwillingness to like go hard and retaliate after Midnight Hammer. He took that as a sign of weakness, when in reality, it was a sign of fucking restraint. And then what did we do? We assassinated their head of state. We assassinated their Ayatollah and had the audacity to come to the table afterwards and say, will you accept the ceasefire agreement? You know what Iran said? No, fuck you. You have to pay the consequences. And they will be fucking dire. Because the Iranian military, they have nothing left to lose anymore. They have nothing left to fucking lose anymore. Meanwhile, we have absolute fucking troglodytes coping in this chat, injecting copium, going, can you stop fear-mongering? Oh, it's me? Oh, I'm fear-mongering? It's not the pedophile president who has started more wars than I've lived through in my entire fucking life. It's not the pedophile president who is sending our blood to go spill for fucking Israel. It's not the French upgrading their nuclear arsenal. It's not the Iranians. It's not the Israelis. It's not the Americans. No, no, no. It's me. Cope harder, you fucking baby back bitch. One day you're gonna have to open up your eyes to the fucking reality, which is that you fucking voted for a warmongering pedophile, and I hope to God you get fucking drafted, sent to the front lines with no fucking ammo. Good luck, have fun, red hat wearing fucking retards. All right, we got more here. Here's Trump talking about how we actually have infinite fucking ammo. We have infinite fucking ammo. Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. Oh no, this is his Winston Churchill one. All right, I'll get the ammo one later, but this one's important. Spain kicked out all of us from our bases. We have bases in Spain that we have been launching these Iranian attacks from. Spain fucking kicked us all out.
President, are you going to take the heat off the Europeans to potentially help you? Mark Rutte called on the allies to also help you.
What does that mean?
Well, you have to ask Mark Rutte. He said not as part of NATO, but to be helpful to you in this.
Well, some of the European nations have been helpful and some haven't. And I'm, very surprised. Germany has been great. He's been terrific. Others have been very good, terrific. I think that the head of NATO, Mark, is fantastic. Okay, Mark Rutte. I think he's fantastic. But some of the European, like Spain, has been terrible. In fact, I told Scott to cut off all dealings with Spain. Spain, first of all, it started when every European nation, at my request, paid 5%, which they should be doing. And everybody was enthusiastic about it, Germany, everybody. And Spain didn't do it. And now Spain actually said that we can't use their bases, and that's all right. We could use their base if we want. We could just fly in and use it. Nobody's going to tell us not to use it, but we don't have to.
Now he's warmongering with Spain. Now he's saying, well, I'll just use your fucking base, whether you tell me whether you say I can or not. I can just use your base. You can't stop me. That's a threat of violence. That's what he's doing. He's saying, what are you going to do if I actually fucking use that base? You going to start a war with me?
But they were unfriendly. And so I told him we don't want to. Spain has absolutely nothing that we need other than great people. They have great people, but they don't have great leadership.
So we had a temper tantrum because Spain doesn't want to get bombed because we are being attacked by the Iranians, so they don't want any American planes, American missiles, anything in fucking Spain. So they say, get the fuck out. And now Donnie Diddle's kids is having a temper tantrum saying, fine, we're cutting off all trade with Spain. We don't need anything from you. He's forsaking all of our allies because he is so blackmailed to the fucking high heavens. Get a look at, I have two tweets, two things that he posted on Truth Social. Get a look. The radical left Democrats, a party that has completely lost its way, are complaining bitterly about the very necessary and important attack by the United States and Israel on Iran. What most people understand is that they are only complaining because I did it. And if I did it, they would be screaming, why didn't Trump attack Iran? He should do it immediately. Nah, fuck you. Suck my dick, you orange pedophile. If Kamala Harris were the fucking president right now and she started a war with Iran, I'd be screaming bloody murder the exact fucking way that I am. Because why do you think it is okay for you to start another forever war in the Middle East, to send another generation of Americans to go die in the fucking desert for the oil lobby and to protect the fucking Epstein files from being released? It's not okay. There's nothing surprising about this. It's the same people that the other night at the State of the Union address wouldn't stand for anybody, including a mother who lost her beautiful daughter to an illegal alien, a great and brave helicopter pilot who got the Congressional Medal of Honor, or a 100-year-old veteran warrior whose bravery is legend. The fact is, whatever I do, they will be on the opposite side. These people are sick, crazy, and demented. That's funny coming from you because you actually have dementia and Alzheimer's, you failing, decaying scumbag. But America, despite them all, is now bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. Make America great again, President Donald J. Trump. Now, the second one I want to show you is him really trying to stress that we are not running out of ammo, which is not something that you should have to say. If we weren't running out of ammo, you wouldn't need to fucking stress that, you lying piece of shit. The United States munitions stockpiles have, at the medium and upper medium grade, never been higher or better. As was stated to me today, we have a virtually unlimited supply of these weapons. Wars can be fought forever and very successfully using just these supplies, which are better than other countries' finest arms. At the highest end, we have a good supply, but are not where we want to be. Much additional high-grade weaponry is stored for us in outlying countries, which is why Iran is bombing them. Why do you think Iran is bombing Beirut and Bahrain? They're bombing it because we have ammunition stockpiles there, dude. Sleepy Joe Biden spent all of his time and our country's money giving everything to P.T. Barnum Zelensky of Ukraine. P.T. Barnum, isn't that the name of the guy from like the fucking circus? Jesus Christ, you're such a scumbag. Hundreds of billions of dollars worth, and while he gave so much of the super high end away free, he didn't bother to replace it. Fortunately, I rebuilt the military in my first term and will continue to do so. The United States is stocked and ready to win big. Thank you for your attention to this matter, Donald J. Trump. So yeah, we're running out of fucking ammo. That's what's going on. And this is coming after the Pentagon released a report a few weeks back that said if we entered a hot war with China, we could only last 5 days until we ran out of ammo. And that's because capitalism is a failing economic system. It's a complete disaster. We have sold all of our fucking ammo. We wouldn't win a single fucking war if we were up against an actual nation. And that's what's gonna happen with Iran. We're either A, gonna fucking lose, or B, going to nuke them. And whether Israel nukes them or we nuke them, doesn't fucking matter. We're all the goddamn same. As we talked about, U.S. aircraft leave Spain after the government says bases cannot be used for attacks, so we were being kicked out of allied nations. The fucking Dow is sinking 700 points as Wall Street fears a prolonged war with Iran, which Bibi Netanyahu came out and said, don't worry, this war is not going to last years. Okay, so it's going to last years. Great. That's all I needed to know. When Bibi Netanyahu says something's not going to last years, that means it's going to last fucking years. There are going to be so many dead Americans. And also, you go look around, bro, the price of gasoline is flying up. It went up 65 cents overnight where I am. Bro, I'm not kidding. I think that by June, gas is going to be 5 times as expensive as it is right now. Unfucking real. Man, hey, Pam Bondi. The Dow is sinking, bitch! God, I hate that fucking cunt. So Iran agreed to zero stockpiling of nuclear material in U.S. talks literally 24 hours before we bombed them. And Netanyahu came out and said that Trump has finally given him what he has craved and yearned for the past 50 years, which means that all of these negotiations were bullshit. We were never going to strike a fucking deal. Netanyahu would not have been happy unless we bombed them. And he would have bombed them despite us. If we didn't do it, he would have done it, and then we would have been fucking hit too, because we are an extension of Israel. Israel is the United States of America. Israel is the 51st state of the United States of America. Oman's foreign minister said on Friday that Iran is offering to give up stockpiling enriched uranium as part of a deal with the U.S. related to its nuclear program. Dude, so like they were willing to make the fucking deal, but the deal didn't fucking matter. They were never a fucking threat. Tim Kaine is talking about this on CNN. Get a look.
President Trump has advocated all kinds of reasons for this unnecessary war with Iran. It's because of their nuclear program. Wait a minute, 6 months ago, he said he'd obliterated the program. Years ago, he tore up a diplomatic deal that was controlling Iran's nuclear program. He suggested last night the war was justified because Iran interfered in the 2020 election that he refuses to concede that he lost. It's to protect protesters. Wait a minute, President Trump is sending Iranian refugees back into Iran to face persecution. If he cared about Iranian citizens being oppressed by their government, he wouldn't be doing that at the same time. This was a war without, I can say this, I'm on 2 committees that give me access to a lot of classified information. There was no imminent threat from Iran to the United States that warrants sending our sons and daughters into yet another war in the Middle East, and I'm going to do everything I can to stop it.
There's nothing you can do to stop it. Yes, they're voting on the War Powers Resolution Act, right, which gives Congress the ability to stop Trump's illegal war in Iran. But we're talking about legality. Sure, it'll give Congress the legal authority to stop the war. Laws don't apply to Donald Trump. He has violated the Constitution every single day that he's been the president. He literally advocated for the termination of the United States Constitution. The entire fucking thing. And I already know there's some dumbass bootlicking, red hat wearing fucking troglodyte who's gonna say, no, he didn't. Yeah, he did. I got concrete fucking evidence. We've covered it a million fucking times. Facts don't care about your feelings, you fucking morons. God, dude, I have to burp. Oh, that was a weak ass burp. That's a fucking white monster from the White Monster. You know how it is. All right. So, we got more here. A fire broke out in the United Arab Emirates Fujairah oil industry zone. So the Iranians already know to fucking target the oil industries across the Middle East, because that's how you make America bleed. You make the average, they're doing the reverse 5 steps to the coup d'etat. They're gonna make us suffer. Me, you, everyone in this chat, we're gonna suffer because if the price of oil goes up, the price of everything goes up. Everything needs fucking petroleum. I guarantee you, everything in your fucking room around you needed petroleum to be fucking created. Even that goddamn poster, which you can buy if you hit the link down below, because don't forget, I'm Chris Valenti, and this is Real Independent Media. I've never had a conversation with an advertiser, a sponsor, a billionaire, or a government. So if you do want to support this channel financially, please do. You can buy merch. You can click the thanks button down below to tip me directly. You can click the join button down below to become a member for $5. And you can become a patron on Patreon. Other than that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. But without further ado, let's dive right the fuck back in. Fujairah is one of the United Arab Emirates' 7 emirates and sits on the Gulf of Oman along the country's eastern coast beyond the Strait of Hormuz, which they've already fucking closed down. That's significant because most of the UAE's coastline, including Dubai and Abu Dhabi, faces the Persian Gulf and must pass through the Strait of Hormuz for oil exports. By the way, insurance companies who cover ships that go through the Strait of Hormuz, they're canceling all their contracts. There are 250 ships that were supposed to go through the Strait of Hormuz. They've dropped anchor. They're not going through, bro, because if they do, they're gonna get fucking sunk by the Iranians. Officials said loud sirens heard across parts of the emirate on March 3rd were the results of successful air defense interceptions. All right, more. Get a look at this. Trump has left thousands of Americans stranded in the Middle East with no plan to save them. They are gonna be fucking murdered.
Well, because it happened all very quickly. We thought...
Happened all very quickly. We've already got confirmation that you have been planning this strike for months. You and Israel have been planning this strike for fucking months. Here's the real reason why there's no evacuation plan. You don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck if they die. And I'll actually bet money you want them to die. We already saw the way Republican senators and Republican congressmen were cheering. They were jeering at the fact that 6 American soldiers are fucking dead, because they know that's gonna get the base riled up and ready for more combat, bitch. I guarantee you he wants more people to fucking die.
And I thought, maybe more so than most, I could ask Marco, but I thought we were going to have a situation where we were going to be attacked. They were getting ready to attack Israel.
Oh, so that's we. Oh my God, he's saying it out loud. We were going to be attacked. They were getting ready to attack Israel. Oh, so it's the Valenti Videos Vindication Hour. So Israel is the 51st state of the United States of America. That's what this is.
They were getting ready to attack others. You're seeing that right now. And a lot of those missiles that are hitting in, those are stationary. Those were aimed there for a long period of time at these other countries. So I think I was right about that. We attacked first. And if we didn't, it could have been, you know, look, we're really decimating them. They're being decimated.
God, dude, he's such a scumbag. By the way, friendly reminder, we're talking about a draft-dodging coward who went to military high school. You ever see the picture of Trump's high school picture? Trump military photo. Yeah, don't forget, this is Donald Trump with his fake-ass fucking medals. This is Donald Trump who went to military high school and then dodged the fucking draft. The biggest pussy in American fucking history. All right, so the U.S. is shutting down embassies across the fucking world, dude, because our embassies are being attacked. We thought this would lead to regime change in, like, fucking Iran. Nope. It's leading to regime change in, like, Bahrain, bro, and Beirut. They are storming our fucking bases. We had to, dude, the Marines opened fire and killed, like, 8 to 20 Pakistani protesters outside of our embassies. Bro, we are being, everyone hates us. Everyone hates us. And why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Bro, if you are in an American embassy right now, get a gun because you are not safe, dude. You are not safe. Either a missile is coming for you or a fucking crowd of angry protesters who want all Americans the fuck out of their nation before they get bombed because your fucking ass is there, dude. Get a look.
Iran tonight as the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran is expanding, systematically destroying Iran's military, blowing up its missiles and killing its leaders. President Trump saying it could last 4 to 5 weeks.
That means 4 to 5 months.
Will easily prevail. We're already substantially ahead of our time projections, but whatever the time is, it's okay.
The Pentagon today
announced. If you're ahead of your time predictions, why did you offer a ceasefire to Iran and then they rejected it and said you have to pay the consequences first and we will strategically escalate this conflict? If you're ahead of schedule, why are you on your hands and knees begging them to fucking stop? Is it because we're running out of ammo?
It's sending more troops and fighter jets to join the operation, which President Trump launched at 3:38 p.m.
Look how fucking disgusting he looks, dude.
On Friday.
The president directed, and I quote, Operation Epic Fury is approved. No
Operation Epic Fury. It's Operation Epstein's Fury.
Reports. Good luck, close quote.
But the war is also spreading to new countries with new risks.
Oh, it's spreading to new countries? Did Chris Valenti not fucking tell you that Donald Trump just started World War III? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not see the French fucking tell me that they're upgrading their nuclear arsenal? Did you not see the Brits and the Canadians say that they condemn Iran and they're standing behind us? Did you not see the Russians and the Chinese condemn the United States and say that they stand behind Iran? Are you not seeing the fucking main players of a world war take the fucking stage?
In Kuwait, 3 U.S. fighter jets were shot down.
3 of our fighter jets were shot down. Luckily, the pilots are fucking alive. They survived. They must have ejected at the right fucking moment. But, bro, your tax dollars just shot down your tax dollars, at least according to the government. The government is claiming that, what is this? I think it's Qatar. Kuwait. That the Kuwait air defense systems accidentally shot down our jets, bro. You paid for the air defense system. And you paid for the jets. That is literally hundreds of millions of dollars that were just incinerated. And I also don't believe it. I do not believe that Kuwait accidentally shot those down. I believe that Iranian Shahed drones fucking shot that down.
And seen plummeting from the sky. The Pentagon said it was friendly fire.
Bro, we're gonna fucking lose. We're actually, this is what I'm saying. This is why this live stream is titled Nuclear War is Imminent. There are 2 options. We lose or we nuke them. And in no fucking world is Donald Trump okay with losing a war that he fucking started.
Were hit by Kuwaiti missile defense systems. The crews all ejected and survived. In this video, you can see a parachute on the ground and what appears to be an American pilot in the back of an SUV, looking healthy but rattled. As the Pentagon announced, at least 6 American service members have been killed.
The real number is at least 100, bro. At least 100.
The Pentagon saying it now has total air superiority over Iran.
Oh yeah? Then why the fuck am I seeing live footage of Iranian hypersonic missiles pounding Jerusalem? But dude, our government is lying. The President of the United States of America is fucking lying.
Allowing the U.S. to hunt down the missile launchers Iran is using to carry out attacks, including against Israel, where an Iranian missile made it through air defenses this morning. Prime Minister Netanyahu touring a town where 9 Israelis were killed by another Iranian strike. Iran is not just hitting Israel, but multiple Arab countries. Iranian fighter jets attacked Qatar, but were shot down, according to the Qatari military. In Bahrain, Iranian drones hitting residential high-rise buildings. In Kuwait, the international airport damaged by an Iranian drone strike. And tonight, Iran targeting Saudi Arabia with damage seen in these oil fields.
Dude, this is huge. Iran bombed the Saudi Aramco facilities, bro. That's where, I'm not kidding, 20% of the world's oil is refined in the Aramco facilities, bro. They know exactly what to do. You want to fuck with America? Fuck with our oil, bro. And that's exactly what they're doing.
The Washington Post reporting over the past month, Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has urged President Trump to attack Iran.
Of course he fucking did. This guy's an actual murderer. He literally chopped up Jamal Khashoggi with his own fucking hands.
According to 4 people familiar with the matter. And we've learned the U.S. and Israeli strikes were launched on Saturday because intelligence showed Iran's supreme leader would be at a meeting of senior officials that morning, according to 2 sources briefed on the matter.
R.I.P. bro, gone too soon. No, I'm just kidding about that. Yo, just so you understand my real position on this, the Ayatollah is a fucking piece of shit, and it's not because of who he is. It's because all religious zealots are pieces of shit. It's because all theocratic regimes are pieces of shit. I am a fucking American. I bleed red, white, and blue. This is a secular fucking nation. Separation of church and state, bitch. You don't like it? Rewrite the fucking Constitution. I don't give a shit if it's the Zionist apartheid regime of Israel, or the Islamic extremist regime of Iran, or the Christian theocratic regime of the United States of America. Fuck you. Fuck your holy book. Take your fantasy-ass Bible, your fantasy-ass Torah, and your fantasy-ass Quran, and shove it so far up your fucking ass until you're spewing out scripture for the next 30 fucking years. Fuck you. Fuck religious zealots. This is America. Suck my fucking dick.
And to Ayatollah Khamenei, the U.S. says 49 leaders from the Iranian regime have been killed. Iran has not confirmed all of the deaths.
We also projected 4 weeks to terminate the military leadership, and as you know, that was done in about an hour, so we're ahead of schedule there by a lot.
While inside Iran, officials say a girls' school was hit this weekend with dozens killed. The U.S.
Dozens? Oh, this must be old, bro. 135 little girls. Innocent little girls between the ages of 7 and 12. So Trump only knows 2 things. Either rape little girls or bomb little girls. That's it!
Says it's investigating. There have been demonstrations supporting the Iranian regime.
Do you see that fucking crowd? These are all people mourning the Ayatollah. These are all people who are ready to fight for Iran. And the dumbest motherfucker you know is gonna go, well, the Iranians are dancing in the street. Oh yeah? Just like the Iraqis were dancing in the street? Just like the Afghanis were dancing in the street? Just like the Israelis were dancing on the rooftops when the Twin Towers came crumbling fucking down? You really gonna buy that old shtick? You're gonna fall for that again?
Demonstrations supporting the Iranian regime, but also Iranians celebrating the death of the Ayatollah.
And all of these people are not in Iran! These are all the motherfuckers who fled Iran and have a fucking murder boner! Go bomb my nation, please! These are like the fucking Cubans in Miami. This is some Marco Rubio-ass shit.
His government deeply unpopular among many Iranians. All as President Trump laid out the objectives of the U.S. mission.
We're destroying Iran's missile capabilities, and you see that happening on an hourly basis. Second, we're annihilating their navy. We've knocked out already 10 ships. They're at the bottom of the sea. Third, we're ensuring that the world's #1 spy.
Bro, I don't think that Americans are ready for what's gonna happen, dude. If the Iranians successfully hit one of our aircraft carriers or one of our battleships, bro, they're gonna sink it. And like, Americans do not know loss. We really don't. We like to talk about, like, dude, I'm from New York, bro. I fucking bleed Statue of Liberty. We like to talk about never forget for 9/11. How many fucking people died in 9/11? Between like 2,000 and 4,000? Brother, that ain't diddly shit. That ain't shit, okay? The Soviets lost more people in the Battle of Stalingrad than we have lost in every single war we've ever fought combined. If we go through some sort of 9/11 event, that many fucking people dying at once, I don't think, like, dude, we are the softest, most pussy-ass fucking nation in history. We have never had to deal with the consequences of our fucking actions. As long as we have our fucking Uber Eats and our Netflix, we don't give a shit.
Sponsor of terror can never obtain a nuclear weapon. And finally, we're ensuring that the Iranian regime cannot continue to arm, fund, and direct terrorist armies outside of their borders.
Oh, this is that stupid bullshit that you hear where they claim that every single terrorist in the past 25 years has actually been funded and armed by Iran. Whether it be Al-Qaeda or ISIS or Hezbollah or Hamas, it's all fucking bullshit. It's a way to explain the fact that Iran has never attacked the United States of America. Iran does not kill American fucking troops, but you know who does kill American troops? Are these people defending their homeland with roadside fucking bombs. What do you think, when the American military fucking invaded Iraq and Afghanistan, that they were just gonna lie there and take it? Nah, fuckface. If the Canadian military invaded the United States of America, we would have roadside bombs in every fucking highway, dog. That's how you prevent your nation from falling to a foreign fucking invader.
President Trump saying Iran walked away from negotiations, but a senior negotiator directly involved tells NBC News talks were making progress and were scheduled to resume. For now, no U.S. ground troops appear to be involved, although the Pentagon is not ruling them out.
We're getting boots on the ground. You hear that, GI? You excited to go fight and die for Israel? Have fun, GI! Be safe out there fighting for the fucking Israelis!
This is not Iraq. This is not endless. I was there for both. We'll go as far as we need to go to advance American
Yeah, you were
interest.
there for both of those. Fucking in an office writing in a journal. You're not a fucking combat veteran, you stolen valor, pussy-ass bitch.
But we're not dumb
You fucking Fox News host alcoholic frat boy.
about it. You don't have to roll 200,000 people in there and stay for 20 years.
While Secretary of State Rubio suggesting this operation is about to intensify.
The hardest hits are yet to come from the U.S. military.
Richard and his team join us live tonight from a bombed-out building there in Tel Aviv. And Richard,
Fuck yeah!
Israel and U.S. forces still very much on alert tonight.
Bismillah,
as
he
Iran continues
provides!
to fire. And now there's a new warning tonight from the State Department.
There is, Tom. Good evening. This building was hit by an Iranian missile.
Bismillah.
One woman was killed. And you can see that even with the risk, even with ongoing attacks against this city, construction crews are here clearing away debris. And the State Department, just a short while ago, issued a warning to American citizens to evacuate from 14 countries in the Middle East.
14 nations. Issues orders to evacuate, by the way, doesn't help them evacuate. All of those airlines are stopped, bro. They're not flying. Why the fuck would you be flying right now? So yeah, evacuate, good luck, have fun, and not gonna evacuate you.
Including Israel, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and Egypt.
Finally tonight, a powerful image.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. All right, get this. Iran hits Israel's biggest oil refinery, and CENTCOM posted about it and then edited the post to delete it because, as you know, Israel controls the United States of America. But Haifa in Israel has their largest oil refinery, and the fucking Iranians took that shit out. Get a look at their original post. So here is their updated post, U.S. Central Command on Twitter, right? It has a list of all the shit that Iran has bombed. However, in their original post, they had the Haifa oil refinery. Then Bibi or a Mossad agent must have called them up and told them to fucking get rid of that immediately, because if the world finds out that Iran was capable of striking the Haifa oil refinery, everyone's gonna realize just how fucking pathetic and weak Israel truly is, and how the American THAAD missile batteries are running out of fucking ammo. So then they edited it, and here's the new post where they just got rid of it. But here's a list of the shit, including, so here's a list of some of the shit that the Iranians have already bombed. The Haifa oil refinery, Dubai International Airport, Kuwait International Airport, Zayed International Airport, Erbil International Airport, Fairmont Palm Hotel in Dubai. This is actually important. Burj Al Arab Hotel in Dubai and the Crown Plaza Hotel in Bahrain. This one's really important, the Crown Plaza Hotel. The Iranians got intelligence that American soldiers were in this hotel, and the Iranians knew exactly which floors they were staying on. And they hit those exact floors with Shahed drones, dude. This is why I'm saying, if you actually think it's only 6 dead Americans, you're a fucking idiot, bro. They have slaughtered hundreds of us already. The Port of Dubai, residential areas in Beit Shemesh, Israel. Residential area, I don't give a fuck about any Israelis who got bombed. Residential areas in Tel Aviv, Israel. Residential area in Era Viewers Tower, Bahrain. And residential areas in Qatar. Israel then strikes Lebanon because the Iranian allies of Hezbollah are firing missiles over the border. Hezbollah has entered the chat. We have a new player in this fucking world war. So now Hezbollah in Lebanon, who was being relentlessly bombed by Israel, they're firing back. They're sending fucking missiles into Israel. It is expanding. It is escalating. It is not slowing down, and it will not fucking slow down. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit childish. Yeah, you want to win World War III? Step 1, beat China. Step 2, do nothing. Step 3, conquer the ashes. Hey, by the way, this isn't Israel. This isn't Iran. This is Lebanon. This is a whole nother fucking nation, just like Beirut, just like Bahrain, just like the UAE. They're bombing everywhere that Americans are. That's the goal. Beirut is Lebanon, same shit. Same shit, same shit. But the Israelis are bombing this place because these fucking people, Hezbollah, has finally been able to retaliate against Israel for all of the shit that Israel has already done to Lebanon. Dude, Israel has been bombing Lebanon for the past like 3 fucking years and nobody ever talks about it. Got more for you. Trump says that it is too late for talks with Iran as Israel strikes Tehran. Oh, this is live. Now, fuck that. Israeli military says Iranian missiles hit central Israel. Inshallah. Jerusalem, March 3rd. Israel's military on Tuesday reported strikes in the Tel Aviv area of Israel from Iranian missiles. This is what we showed you yesterday. This is what we watched yesterday in my last video. We were watching the hypersonic missiles pierce through the Iron Dome because the Iron Dome is fucking dog shit. What is this? Page unavailable. Oh my God, this must have been a great article that has been removed because Israel forced it to. Just so you understand, this shit is so bad, there's already a Wikipedia page. The 2026 Strait of Hormuz crisis. This is from fucking February 28th. This is from fucking 4 days ago, bro. There's already a Wikipedia page about this shit. And I've told you a million times the reason why we invaded Venezuela, kidnapped Maduro, and hijacked their oil is because we knew this shit was coming months ago. We knew this shit was coming fucking months ago. Iran claims the Fatah 2 deployment in the Middle East war. Yes, those are the missiles that we talked about, these fucking hypersonic missiles that even the American THAAD missile batteries can't take out. So now, we talked about this earlier about American embassies. Get a look. Pakistani protesters stormed the U.S. consulate in Karachi, and the U.S. Marines opened fire and killed at least 8 of them. I believe there's now 20 dead. Sorry, this is going to be a little loud. And you know why? You know why? Because the regime change that we thought was going to happen is not what's happening. We're not getting regime change in Iran. We're getting regime change in every Middle Eastern nation surrounding Iran that has welcomed in Americans and Americans into their fucking bases. That is what you're going to fucking see. And now these people in Karachi are like, nah, fuck this. Get the fuck out of our nation before more of us die because you are choosing to fight for Israel from our soil. More footage here. You want to know why they're pissed? Because these people are in the crosshairs because of our decision, because of Donald Trump's fucking decision. Get a look at this. Here is some footage of a U.S. base in Bahrain under Iranian missile strike. Bro, do you think they're okay? No. That base is gone, dude. That's what I'm saying, but like the Americans and the Israelis are hiding all of this intel. Bro, those bases are not damaged. Those bases are gone. They're gone. They've been obliterated. Oh my fucking God. All right, now, get a look at this. Get a look at this. Before I show you what I was laughing at. So this is what I was telling you where it was like there's a hotel, and I believe, what is this? Is it Beirut or Bahrain? So there's a hotel in Bahrain where U.S. soldiers were staying, and the Iranians figured out exactly what floors they were staying in and bombed the fuck out of them. Watch this. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Now, the last thing I want to show you, this is going to be fun. This is for the bootlicking, red hat wearing, subhuman fucking vermin known as MAGA. You get the Fell For It Again award. And here is a quick reminder of how stupid you truly are.
I am the candidate of peace. I am peace. People don't believe that.
A vote for Donald Trump is a vote for a man who wants to end wars, not start them.
We do not want war with Iran. We actually want peace. The Iranians are clearly not very good at war. Perhaps they should follow President Trump's lead and give peace a chance.
Kamala's campaigning with warmongers like Liz Cheney. How do you think that is? She picks Liz Cheney, whose father virtually destroyed the Middle East. You know, Liz Cheney, she talks big, oh, I want war. She always wants war. Every time I was with her in the White House, we should attack this nation, that nation, nations that people never even heard of, we should attack. She's a big tough guy. She sits back in Washington, oh, we ought to go and attack Iran.
Friendly reminder to always just stop and take a look at the people behind him, because this is like, you know, like a perfect representation of MAGA. These are the most disgusting, fat-bodied, fucking jaundice-having, diabetes-ridden, living in trailer parks, toothless fucking hicks in the United States of America. Like, yeah, why don't all of you fucking enlist? Look at this fucking disgusting piece of shit. Look at this fat-bodied, gross motherfucker. Look at this disgusting hick.
To attack everybody. That's why I broke up with her. All she wanted to do is go to war with everybody. These war hawks, They want to
Thank you for the
draft your
$5.
kids
Very stupid title. No offense. Change the title of your video. Fucking make me, bitch. Thanks for the $5.
to die in wars, and they will never fight themselves. You know, we'll stay around the country for 15 years, just bomb the hell out of everybody, make everybody miserable. Nobody knows why we're there, you know, the wars that never end. These endless wars that we've been in, I've gotten us out of so many. We don't want to get into wars. We're tired of fighting. I'm the only president in the last 84 years that didn't start a war. Under Trump, we will have no more wars. No more wars. No more wars. We will have prosperity and peace. We will have prosperity and we will have peace. Remember, I'm the president of peace. They said he will start a war. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. He's going to start a war. I said, no, no, no. My rhetoric is going to keep us out of wars, and that's what happened. My proudest legacy will be that of a peacemaker. That's what I want to be, a peacemaker. We will measure our success
Nah, bro, your legacy is gonna be the fucking pacemaker that is keeping you alive, you decrepit 400-year-old ancient Canaanite blood-sucking fucking vampire.
by the battles we win, but also by the wars that we end, and perhaps most importantly, the wars we never get into. Our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective. I believe that he will attack Iran sometime prior to the election because he thinks that's the only way he can get elected. Isn't it pathetic?
You're right, Donald. It is pathetic. And more American blood will be spilt in the name of Jeffrey Epstein. All right, that's all I got for you. If you're here live, you stay. We're not done. If you're watching this pre-recorded on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing. It helps me immensely. I firmly believe that Israel is going to fucking nuke Iran. I genuinely believe that. You heard it here first, folks. When it does happen, come back here and tell me I was right if we still got fucking internet access. Do me one last favor. Click that video right over there. It's a banger, and I know bangers. That was a long one. That was a really fucking long one. God damn. God damn. That was a 50-minute long fucking video. Oh, fuck. Yo, Siren, you got a thumbnail for me? You got a thumbnail for me, Siren? God damn, bro. We're gonna have to watch some live shit because I'm sure that right now we're pummeling Iran and Iran is pummeling Israel. Siren in the chat, yay or nay? Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. All right, let's see. Let's see what thumbnails you got for me. Yep, I like that one. I like that one. Not a fan of that one. We're gonna go with this one. You know what, Siren? Get rid of Pete. Just leave BB. Get rid of Pete. Get rid of Pete and just leave BB, and then we're good to go. All right, we need a couple of titles here. All right, let's see. Iran strikes back. Nuclear. Trump threatens nuclear war. Iran bombs. How many bases was it? Iran bombed like, I think it was like 14. What was it, 14? Iran, how many fucking bases? How many? All right, I have a better idea. Iran bombs U.S. bases with hundreds of missiles. Trump sends U.S. soldiers to die for Israel. Fuck no, baby. All right, do we have a new updated one for me? Give me that link. Oh wait, it's probably right there. Back. Click. Love ya. Thank you, Siren. Thank you, Siren. Thank you, Siren. Everybody say thank you, Siren. All right, this is episode 396. Hopefully we even survive up to episode 400. All right. Oh, quick description. This is only going to get worse. Oh. This is only going to get worse. 1738. Get that right there. Valeni VOD. Bang. Most recent upload. Bang, 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 bang. Publish, and then we gotta edit. Quick edit. Fuck. Right there. You're not getting GTA 6. Bang. Acknowledge. Confirm. All right, now we gotta make an advertisement. Can we sing Bella Ciao? I'll give you a quick Bella Ciao. Get her on the cube. Una mattina mi sono alzato, un bello ciao, bello ciao, bello ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasor. Oh partigiano, portami via. Un bello ciao, bello ciao, bello ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via. Che mi sento di morir. If you don't know, that is an ancient, well, it's not ancient. That is one of the most famous and oldest fucking anti-fascist songs from fascist Italy, created by the fucking resistance, okay? Great fucking song. All right, now, thank you. I appreciate the money. 1 year with Disobedient Avocado. Congratulations, Avocado. It's been a great year, hasn't it? It's been a great year. That's a lie. It's been a terrible fucking year. Great for the Valenti Videos channel. All right, let's make a quick advertisement for that video, okay? Here we go. Hey, so our bases are like fucking gone. Like they're like barbecued chicken. They're like kaput. They're like dust. Like the Iranians pummeled the ever-loving fuck out of our bases, and I don't believe that there's only 6 dead Americans. Just don't believe it. I believe that number is probably in the hundreds. You know, the Iranians claim that they've killed like 500. We claim that 6 have died. I firmly believe that number is gonna start to rise day by fucking day, bro. And it's all because Donald Trump is literally willing to sacrifice your entire generation as a blood sacrifice for Bibi Netanyahu, because he's a fucking pedophile that is being blackmailed by the Zionists. On top of that, we have like fucking, what is it, like 3 fighter jets that were taken down, and we're claiming it was friendly fire from Kuwait. Bullshit, bullshit. I don't buy it for a second. Bullshit. That if it were friendly fire, first of all, that is my tax dollars shooting down my tax dollars. So it's still fucking unacceptable. Meanwhile, the French came out and said, we are upgrading our nuclear arsenal, and we will no longer tell you how many fucking nukes we have because fuck you. Then the Spaniards fucking kicked us out of their bases because they don't want to get bombed bombed, and Trump goes, well, you know, you can't really stop me from using your base. What are you going to do? That's a threat of war. Donald is also practically threatening nuclear war with Iran, where he goes, if Iran hits us again, we're going to hit them with a force that the world has never seen before. What's that, Donald? Is it a Moab? Can't be, because you've already fucking dropped one of those. Is it going to be a tactical nuke? Is that what the fuck you're saying? I firmly believe that there's only two outcomes to this fucking war. A, we lose. B, we nuke them. And when I say we, it could be Israel, because Israel is the 51st state of America. I mean, Marco Rubio fucking practically admitted that. He literally said that the only reason we attacked Iran was because Israel was going to attack Iran, and if Israel attacked Iran, Iran would have attacked us. And then Trump comes out there and says, literally, he goes, well, they were getting ready to attack us in Israel. Us? Us? How about the next motherfucker that runs for president? You want to win? Listen to me. All you got to say is elect me, and I will cut the flow of every last penny to Israel. Let them fucking fend for themselves. See how long a nation the size of New Jersey that decided to commit a fucking genocide and bomb all of their fucking neighbors. See how long they fucking last without American dollars. I want a fucking refund. I want reparations, bitch. New YouTube video all about this. Go check it out. New YouTube video, new YouTube video, new YouTube video. If I triggered you, let me know, because there's nothing I love more than triggering fucking vermin. Banger. Banger, banger, banger. Get that uploaded on YouTube and Instagram, and then we're good to go. Get that uploaded on YouTube and Instagram, and then we're good to go. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, while I get these uploaded, we need to watch something live. Who's got something live for me? What are we going to watch live? We got to have something live. We got to have something live. You know what? How about a little breaking points?
All right, everyone. We are fortunate to be joined by a friend of the show, Dr. Trita Parsi of
We're going to watch a little bit of breaking points.
Responsible Statecraft. Great to see you, sir.
Smarter than me. These are smarter voices than me.
Good to be with you guys.
So we just played for the audience Marco Rubio and Mike Johnson, both saying, no, the imminent threat came from the fact that we knew Israel was going to attack Iran, regardless of whether we involved ourselves. We knew that would put our U.S. service members at risk. Therefore, we felt compelled to strike Iran first. Your reaction to those extraordinary revelations?
I'm delighted that he has spelled it out, that this is the reason, that at the end of the day, the Israelis have been driving the boat on this one, and that the United States has followed their lead and let them decide when the U.S. goes to war and when it doesn't. This is, at the end of the day, a decision they made. They made a decision to let the Israelis decide, and now they're trying to hide behind that as if that is some sort of a self-defense. At this point, there's no speculation valid any longer as to whether Israel is the driving force behind this or not. It is coming out of the mouth of Rubio, and it's coming out of the mouth of the Speaker of the House as well. It is now clear. This is what they decided. This is not, by any definition, America first. This is Israel first.
Yep.
This is probably the most consequential Kinsley gaffe in American history, where they accidentally, tell the truth. And that's this one where I really don't even know where to go from here. I do think it is worth noting that the administration has laid out the most maximalist goals and is now making a mockery of America first. Let's say, put A6, let's say, up there on the screen. I really loved this exchange. So Matt Walsh over at the Daily Wire, he put out a tweet. He's like, I've got some questions about this whole operation. And Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt released a statement and said, let me reiterate all of the objectives. We're going to destroy the regime's missile, raise our missile industry.
Thank you for the $20. How do I convince my family that we need to start prepping and getting right and tight with fitness at the gun range? You don't. If they are not willing to do that, you do it on your own. And then when the time comes, you are big dog. You are protector. If they are unwilling to accept fucking reality, that does not mean that you need to follow their fucking footsteps.
To the ground. We're going to annihilate the Navy. We're going to ensure the regime's terrorist proxies can no longer operate. We will stop them from making and using IEDs. And when, by the way, IED literally means improvised. So, okay. Guarantee that Iran can never obtain a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, wait, great point. How are you going to prevent them from making IEDs? It's an improvised explosive device. IEDs are made out of like fucking, like a kitchen pan and a bunch of nails and some gunpowder. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could just make an IED. How the fuck are you going to prevent that? That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. I can't believe I didn't even clock that.
a regime from threatening America. Killing terrorists is good. And just a long continued diatribe. I was like, you know, whenever she was meant to address concerns about regime change, this is a regime change manifesto. I don't see any way that there could be a realistic off-ramp without effective surrender from the Trump administration. Curious for your view.
So here's what I think has happened. I think, first of all, you're right, but here's, I think, how we got here. The administration was led by the Israelis to believe that this was going to be a very simple operation. They thought that by Sunday evening, this would have been wrapped up, that the regime would have imploded as a result of the assassination of the supreme leader. That obviously did not work. Twice, reportedly perhaps even 3 times, Trump reached out and tried to see if he could get a ceasefire from the Iranians. The Iranians rejected it. And I can go into as to why the Iranians rejected it. So now they're stuck in a situation in which they understand that the Iranian game plan is to prolong.
Did you see Anna Kasparian cook on Piers Morgan? No, was that recent? Was that recent? Let's see if I can find it. I fucking love Anna Kasparian. Anna Kasparian, Piers Morgan. Is this it? 21 hours ago? Let's get a look. This is probably it, yeah?
Please quit using the tropes on American soldiers. I've had to bury 7 American soldiers. They went into the battlefield.
How is it a trope? How is it a trope? How is it a trope to see American soldiers die on behalf of...
Let's not platform Anna Kasparian. She's harmful to the left's movement. I disagree wholeheartedly, and I will be platforming Anna Kasparian.
...of Israel's wars? How is that a trope? Explain that to me.
You guys are entitled to your own fucking opinions, but do not expect me to listen to them.
I'm not going to dignify that with a response.
Let me read you what Israeli media has been saying. So American soldiers came under friendly fire in Kuwait. I don't know if any of them have died. Hopefully none of them have died. But on Channel 12, Niv Raskin said this: "We need to emphasize this is an incident involving American forces and not, heaven forbid, an incident involving Israeli forces."
And why is he representative of anything, Anna? Who makes him representative of anything? Why are you
This is a huge
cherry-picking
figure
him?
in Israeli media.
No,
saying
he's not
this
a
out
huge
loud.
figure. He's a talking head on
Sacrificing
a
American
morning
soldiers
show.
is totally okay, I guess.
Well, okay. Look, I want to bring in. I want to bring in.
I would like
hang on.
I'd like him to answer my question. Why is that considered a trope?
Okay.
Why is it considered a trope to be concerned about American soldiers
Guys,
during these?
I understand that Anna is a TERF, but even if she is a TERF, we are all goyim. We are all goyim to the fucking Israeli Zionists, bro. And she is one of the loudest and most abrasive fucking voices on mainstream media advocating for goy rights, bro. I mean, that's our fucking word. We're taking back that goddamn fucking word, dude.
Endless, nonsensical wars. Why is that considered a trope?
How many
Explain that
times
to
have
me.
you gone to Arlington and paid your respects
I'm
to
not
American
talking to you,
heroes?
Conriquez, you terrorist piece of crap. I'm
Fuck
talking
yes.
to you general.
Okay,
Wait, tell me why that's
please
considered
keep
a
the
trope.
ad hominem down.
Have you honored
I
the
want
memory
to.
of fallen American soldiers?
Can we
Why
go
is it
back to
considered
the?
a trope? Answer the question.
Can I bring some order to this, please? Jonathan, let me conduct the panel, please, because Glenn's been waiting very patiently. Before I come to you, Glenn, and I will give you plenty of time to speak, I can promise you that. General, just explain why you consider that to be a trope. And secondly, I was really struck by this friendly fire incident because I can't remember. I'm sure you will be able to correct me here, but has it ever happened before that 3 American fighter jets have all been downed in a friendly fire incident?
Never happened before, and I don't fucking believe it happened now. I think it's a great excuse.
Apparently here by Kuwaiti forces by mistake as they went over Kuwaiti airspace. Can you remember 3 American fighter jets going down in friendly fire in one incident?
No. And I'm sure those Kuwaiti soldiers that fired those shots will remember that for the rest of their lives. Luckily, none of the soldiers, none of the airmen were killed. They got out of their aircraft alive and relatively unhurt. We call it the fog of war.
Oh my God! What? Oh my fucking God. Listen, guys, it's just like $600 million that were incinerated by $200 million, both of which were your tax dollars. It's just a fog of war. It's just what happens, you know. It's just what happens.
Yeah, and in relation to the
Why is it a trope?
fact you think it's a... Yeah, I think, be fair to Anna Kasparian, just answer her question, why you view that as a trope, what she said.
I'm not going to dignify it with a response.
Oh, was that it? Was that the clip that you guys were wanting from me? I do believe that was what you wanted to see. I do believe that was what you wanted to see. I just saw a chatter say, "Of fucking course you won't respond." There's like 1,800 people in here. I don't know if you think you're important, but you're not. Not even kind of important, dude. That's the first message I've seen from you. And now I'm going to make sure to avoid the rest of your messages simply because it's going to fucking trigger you. Also, guys, you have to pay for these fucking CNN articles. I did see Trump's neck rash, though. We got to pull this up. Trump neck rash. He's got fucking gonorrhea, or as I like to call it, donorrhea. Look at that. This is a real photo of his fucking disgusting nussy, bro. Hi, Avi. This is gonorrhea, bro. He's got fucking gonorrhea. President Trump appeared Monday in what appeared to be a red skin rash near his shirt collar. His physician says that he was using a medicated cream as a preventative treatment. Nah, bro, you're just like decaying. You're literally just like dying. That's all it fucking is. That's all it fucking is.
And expand this war and play to what their relative strength is, which is they can withstand this, whereas Trump.
I want to see what else we've got. I want to see how Fox News is doing it. I want to see how Fox News is spinning it. Do you remember before we bombed them on the 28th? Bro, oh my God, I should probably pull this up. Before we bombed it, I was on Fox's channel, and I was counting how many videos they have about fucking Iran. And I said, I go, oh no, we're gonna bomb Iran in the next like 48 hours. Look how many videos Fox News is making of it. This is how they manufacture consent. I was like, oh my God, that's 11 videos about Iran in the past 24 hours. We're gonna bomb Iran. But let's see how they're fucking spinning it now. Let's see how they're fucking spinning it now. How about this one?
Need to turn our focus overseas because fighting in the Middle East rages on as we enter day 4.
So, friendly reminder, what you are watching is state-controlled media known as Fox News. This is a terrorist organization. Every single person who works at Fox is a domestic terrorist. That is non-negotiable. That is irrefutable, okay? So most of what you're going to see is going to be pro-imperialist, pro-murder, pro-war. Granted, that's not exclusive to Fox. Every single mainstream media, whether it... My bad, Chris. I meant the video, not you. No, don't worry. I don't give a fuck, Jacob. I just have to lash out at somebody, and you got the fucking... Yeah. You got it. That's what you got.
We're into day 5 of Operation Epic Fury.
I love you, and I'm sorry.
Iran and its terror proxies ramping up their attacks, putting much of the region in the crosshairs. Moments ago, an urgent warning from the U.S. Department of State of a, quote, imminent threat of missile attacks over Dhahran, Saudi Arabia, which is the eastern part of that country. So... good morning. There's a lot to get to.
Yo, this entire fucking live stream could be an advertisement for White Monster. I swear to God, dude. I feel like I just ripped a line of blow.
I'm Bill Hemmer, and welcome to our coverage now. And Dana,
yes, good morning. It's good to be with you again. I'm Dana Perino, and this is America's Newsroom. So that target list includes the U.S. Embassy in Saudi Arabia. 2 drones hitting the facility there, sparking a small fire. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Meanwhile, the U.S. military continues unleashing its massive firepower, targeting assets of the terror regime of all stripes.
The terror regime.
The continued destruction of Iranian command facilities and missile and drone launch sites.
All right, from overseas to Washington, D.C. now, President Trump will meet today, this morning, in fact, with Germany's chancellor at the White House. The strikes in Iran front and center. Vice President J.D. Vance saying that no one should doubt the resolve of the commander-in-chief.
I think the president has made it very clear that the United States has a lot of optionality here. And, you know, we could go for a little bit longer. We could go for a lot longer. But I think the president...
This guy looks like the type of guy to take a chipmunk and fuck it. Like, I'm not even kidding, dude. I'm going to start calling him chipmunk fucker J.D. Vance.
Just wants to make
I'll spread that rumor. I don't give a fuck.
Clear to the Iranians...
J.D. Vance fucked a chipmunk back in college.
...to the world that he is not going to rest until he accomplishes that all-important objective of ensuring that Iran can't have a nuclear weapon, not just for the next few years, not just because we obliterated Fordow or some other enrichment facility.
You didn't obliterate Fordow or Natanz. Like, you failed. You failed. If you obliterated it, why are we doing it again?
But because the Iranians themselves commit long-term to not building a nuclear weapon.
They literally did. They literally did. Let's not forget to mention the fact that the Ayatollah of Iran said so many times that they don't want a nuclear weapon because it's anti-Islamic, right? And here's the thing. He's right. Nuclear weapons are anti any religion. Now, I think all religion is inherently fucking evil, but you can't point out to me a single fucking religion that would be okay with a bomb strong enough to shift tectonic plates, okay? First of all, I don't even think they knew what a bomb was back then, okay? The only fucking thing they probably had was like those, like what do the fucking Persians have? They had like a little fucking thing full of gunpowder and they light it and toss it. It was a little tiny, almost like a grenade. But a fucking nuclear bomb? Fuck off.
Live in Washington with the latest. Good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning, Dana. Well, there are increasing indications that some of the Gulf states' air forces may enter in carrying out airstrikes against Iran. They have
more main players on the world stage joining in. It's almost like this is turning into a world war. Chris, stop fear-mongering. This is just a war between the United States and Israel. This has nothing to do with anything. Like, dude, you guys are so fucking stupid.
Been taking so much incoming in terms of ballistic missiles and drones that I'm told that, quote, the next 24 hours is going to be intense. A line has been crossed. As you mentioned, no U.S. personnel were killed or injured when the U.S. Embassy in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, was struck by at least 2 Iranian Shahed drones last night. It was largely empty at the time, but other military bases in Saudi Arabia are being targeted. In fact, I've just learned that Daman, a port city and 5th largest city in Saudi Arabia, is currently under attack. The State Department just issued this urgent warning to Americans in Dhahran, Saudi Arabia, an eastern coastal city near Bahrain. Quote, there is a threat of imminent missile and UAV attacks over Dhahran. Do not come to the U.S. consulate. Take cover immediately in your residence on the lowest available floor.
The fact that this operation has been planned for months and we didn't have a contingency plan to evacuate Americans in the Middle East is all I need to know about this regime. And when I'm saying this regime, I mean our regime, the Trump regime. He wants people to die. He wants Americans to die. He's like he might as well be the Ayatollah in terms of like religious extremism and believing in martyrdom. Like he literally wants us to fucking die so that he can manufacture more consent and escalate it even further.
And away from windows. Do not go outside. The U.S. consulate in Dhahran urges U.S. citizens in Dhahran to shelter in place, review security plans in the event of an attack, and to stay alert in case of additional future attacks. U.S. consulate personnel are sheltering in place. The State Department is telling all Americans to leave the Middle East, finally announcing ordered departures at embassies across the Gulf states. Some questioning what took the State Department so long to issue this ordered departure. And now there are not many flights out of places like Dubai. U.S. bases and embassies across the Middle East are facing the constant threat of incoming missiles and drones, but the vast Iranian ballistic missile supply is likely to dwindle. Once the U.S. takes out more of its missile launchers, which they were doing overnight, their missile launchers are estimated in the hundreds. Without missile launchers, the 2,000 or so ballistic missiles can't be launched. The burn rate for the Iranians in firing those missiles, the ballistic missiles, is high, with about 500 being fired.
Dude, Fox News is straight up coping, dude. The Iranians have been launching their old ass dog shit fucking missiles. They have hypersonic missiles, dude. We have already expended 50% of our munitions, 50% or more of our anti-missile defense systems. We've already fired it. We don't have the funds to keep this going. This is why Donald was begging for a ceasefire, because he needs time to rearm. He needs time to reload. And the Iranians fucking know it. That's why they said, nah, no ceasefire. Suck my dick. We're going to keep on firing.
Days at Israel and at the Gulf states, the Iranians have decentralized their decision-making. Small IRGC missile units were prepared for disruptions to their command and control. In fact, the U.S. took out the IRGC headquarters in Tehran with Tomahawk missiles in the initial hours of the conflict. The Iranian president has now decentralized decision-making to regional governors. That we learned this morning. Gulf allies, again, are quickly burning through their missile defense interceptors and are requesting urgent resupply for their Patriot.
Exactly, Chatter. Chatter just says they're going to use up their older munitions in order to overwhelm the defenses so the newer weapons can actually have the ability to do the damage. Yes, and it's what I would fucking do. It's what anybody with a fucking brain would do. You got a whole, it's like, I don't know, you got like people who are shooting shit out of the sky, so you start firing bows and arrows, and then eventually they run out of shit to shoot out of the sky, and then you go, all right, now throw the grenades. Why would you waste the fucking grenades when they could shoot those out of the sky? Nah, waste their fucking ammo with the arrows, and then toss the fucking grenades. This is exactly what anybody with a fucking brain would do.
Interceptors needed to shoot down these incoming Iranian drones and missiles. Actually, the THAAD and Patriots aren't used for the drones, but just for the missiles. The problem with the Shahid drones is they are not easily defended by these missile batteries.
You know, I can't get over the fact that this is the type of footage I grew up watching, you know, as a kid. You know, with like my fucking cousins in Iraq and shit. This is what and it's the same fucking thing, just one different letter, Iraq and Iran. I mean, they're completely different fucking nations, but it's like, are we ever gonna leave the Middle East? Is that ever gonna happen, or is that just like, because I know that like the red hat wearing fucking troglodytes are like, war is good now, and I support pedophilia, but are we ever gonna leave the fucking Middle East?
Missile batteries. In fact, you would not waste these expensive interceptors for the THAAD and Patriot on these drones, which are slow and low-flying and deadly autonomous munitions about the size of an SUV car. The Ukrainians perhaps have the most experience with shooting down these drones because Iran provided its Shahid drones and technology to Russia at the start of the Ukraine conflict. The Ukrainians have had to innovate and figure out how to defend against these deadly drones, often using fighter jets and helicopters to take them down. The death toll, back to earlier this week, the death toll now from the Iranian attack on U.S. forces that left 6 dead has not risen. We're told 18 U.S.
Chatter just said, so you're fine with Iran having rockets? Yes. They've had rockets for the past 47 years, and they've never bombed Americans. Do you, are you fucking retarded? Do you think that nations just can't have missiles because they are not allies of the United States of America? What do you think gives you the right, or Americans the right, to say, hey, we're gonna have the largest arsenal on planet Earth, we're gonna have the biggest nuclear bombs, we're gonna have intercontinental ballistic missiles, but you can't have any? Why is that? Is that because America good and Dems be brown? They're Muslim, they're not allowed to have missiles. You fucking troglodyte. Shut the fuck up forever.
Seriously injured from that strike on their tactical operations center on Sunday. Dana.
All right, Jennifer Griffin, thank you for that update.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade. Fucking American exceptionalism every fucking time. The most privileged fucking people on planet Earth, dude. Like, dude, I am proud to be an American because of what America fucking stands for what we're supposed to be. But I am also disgusted to be an American because I have to stand shoulder to shoulder with people like fucking you, Chatter. People in fucking quotes, dude. Jesus Christ.
What exactly was the imminent?
You've asked, so not your turn. Not your turn, please.
Mr. President, are you going to take the heat off the Europeans to pretend to be healthy? Mark Rutte called on the allies to also help you.
What does that mean?
Well, you have to ask Mark Rutte. He said not as part of NATO, but to be helpful to you in this.
Well, some of the European nations have been helpful and some haven't.
Oh, we just watched that. We just watched that a second ago. I want to see how else Fox is spinning this shit. Oh my God. Fetterman.
Senator John
Phony ass, fucking bald ass, fat bodied, stroke victim, brain damaged John fucking Fetterman, traitor to the United States of America. Bro, you should be fucking charged with fraud and thrown in prison for the rest of your fat fucking life.
Fetterman is with us. Senator, I've been watching, paying attention. Seems like almost everybody.
Democrat, by the way. Democrat, by the way. In quotes, fucking Democrat.
Else in your party wants to have a battle over, you know, the War Powers Act, something they never asked of Barack Obama or Joe Biden when they engaged in military efforts. I can put a list up on the screen.
Oh, so because Barack Obama and Joe Biden got to commit war crimes, so why can't Donald Trump commit war crimes? Throw them all in prison. Throw them all in prison. I don't give a fuck. Do you think I have loyalty to Barack the Cluster King Obama? The man who attended more weddings than anyone on earth? That right there, that's a joke because Obama loved to bomb weddings, dude. What do you think? That because they did it, it's okay? Hey, here's a pill that's gonna be a little bit hard to swallow. Every single American president throughout history has been a war criminal. It is a feature, not a fucking bug. That does not make it okay. That means that changes have to be fucking made.
Why? Is it just because it's Donald Trump, and is the world not a safer place?
Is the world not a safer place? World War III just started. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I don't even know why I'm doing this. How can you combat this level of fucking stupidity?
I mean, I think I summed up my sentiments in just that tweet that I put out. It's like, I mean, every single member of the Senate has agreed that we can never allow Iran to acquire a nuclear.
He said Iran. That's all I need to know about him. This guy's actually fucking brain dead. And what's funny is he's literally fucking brain dead. He's like got brain damage from his fucking stroke.
Bomb. And clearly they were actually intending to do that. So are you really committed that? You know, are you willing to just put out tweets and have some harsh language? Or are you really going to support some ones that actually produced that? And now let's look at this condition now after what the
Friendly reminder, the only time this man has ever worn a suit is when he got the chance to meet Bibi Netanyahu. He famously dresses down and wears hoodies and like sneakers and shit. But then when he met Benjamin Netanyahu, oh, he wore his fucking suit then because he knows who pays the fucking bills. Ain't that right, John? How much money you taking from AIPAC? 1.8 mil? 2.8 mil? How many shekels have you fucking received?
To do. And I truly don't understand why people can't just be energized and just actually celebrate.
Yeah, why don't we celebrate the deaths of 135 little girls? Why don't we celebrate the beginning of World War III? Why don't we celebrate the deaths of 6 to 100 fucking American service members? Why don't we celebrate? Yay! More war! Yay!
They killed 49 members of their leadership in one day. And now they are sinking all of their ships now too, right? This is a significant development of regional peace in that. So I just can't understand. I mean, for me,
yeah, no, you're right, Chatters. Thank you. I forgot that war is peace. My bad.
It's a country over party. I'm proud to stand with our military. And now I don't understand. It's like, if you really believe that they should never acquire these kinds of nuclear weapons or these kinds of longer range kinds of missiles, you know, and if somebody decides to do that and make sure that that's not going to happen, why can't we all just acknowledge that that's a good thing it's a good thing for the region. It's a good thing for Israel. It's good for America. And so for me, that's why let's stand with the country over.
I want to just check breaking news. Hold on. All right, nothing super fucking crazy.
Perhaps what the base may demand.
You know, it's inexplicable to me, Senator. I don't really understand it. For the first time since 1979, the Persian people, the people of Iran, have a chance to live in freedom, not on.
Oh, yeah, living in freedom while we bomb the ever-loving fuck out of all of your hospitals and murder your children. Yeah, no, you're living in fucking freedom,
Under this rigid, violent, #1 state sponsor of terror theocracy.
They are not the #1 state sponsor of terror. The #1 state sponsor of terror on this planet is Israel. #2 is the United States of America. #3 is Saudi Arabia. That is an irrefutable fucking fact. If you want to debate with me on that, I'm not going to, because I don't debate with dumbass troglodytes.
Which is a death cult. They clearly...
MAGA is a fucking death cult!
Because they were taking to the streets. Well, what happened to the Democratic Party with this rise of anti-Semitism in the halls of Congress? Oh my God, dude.
Israel owns Fox News. The rise of anti-Semitism. No, sorry, I just don't support the apartheid Zionist regime of Israel. That has nothing to do with Judaism. Even Bibi Netanyahu isn't a practicing fucking Jew, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
Campuses. Where were those same protesters? Where were those same voices when Iranian
Sorry, Shag. John Fetterman jump scare.
They were being slaughtered by the theocratic leaders of Iran.
Yeah,
Why?
Exactly. The Iranians may have killed up to
Chatter just says you're
30,000
so
of their-
mad. You're right. I am so fucking mad that American boys and girls are gonna have to go fight and die for Israel. Do you support American boys and girls going and fighting and dying for Israel? Are you a good goy? Are you just the best goy that's ever goyed? Is that what you are, little Chatter? Why don't you put your red hat on? Why don't you lick clean the fucking Israeli boot and go to the front fucking lines in the Battle of Tehran? Why don't you fucking do it, chud?
They're young people, not a peep on any of the university campuses or complaining about all that. Not at all. And this is the thing. So, I mean, why can't we all just celebrate that one of the most evil men ever that lived in this region have been eliminated?
Wait, but Trump is still alive. So what do you mean? We can't celebrate that. We can't. You're talking about the Ayatollah. Oh, okay, my bad.
And then, I just salute our military.
Kevin, you are the best goy, dude. You get the best goy award, bro. You're such a good goy for Israel. Are you proud? Are you proud to be an Israeli dog?
And what we've accomplished partnering with Israel. Now, if you want real peace, tweets and harsh language isn't going to work, because definitely all the other things didn't either. Sanctions, treatings, negotiating, it's like,
oh my God, Chatter just said, I hate Trump, but you need to admit he's the only president that had the balls to stand up to Iran. No, you're a fucking retard. No, what this is Trump is the only president who has been blackmailed enough by Israel to do whatever the fuck they tell him to. He is the only one who's been stupid enough to unironically start World War III in the name of Benjamin Netanyahu. All glory to fucking Israel, right, Chatter?
And now after since 1979, look what happened, and that's why I think this is a great thing, and that's why
look at how Iraq went.
Thing. You don't have to agree on everything necessarily, but why can't we all just say the world is better now after this operation?
Dude, this fucking dumbass can't even speak ever since his fucking stroke.
So I'm proud to stand with the military. I'm proud to stand with the Iranian people now that they have the opportunity to have real peace.
None of this is in Iran, by the way. None of these people live in Iran.
And I'm again unapologetic supporter of Israel, and that's
unapologetic supporter of Israel. That's all I need to fucking hear from your goddamn disgusting fucking mouth. All right, what is this? Alternate History Hub. This is from 6 years ago.
There, video done.
No, I'm gonna get copyrighted if I fucking watch this. That ain't gonna happen. I know how this fucking shit works now. How do we get religion out of politics? Through force. Let's see what else Fox News has to offer.
Get to Trey Yingst. He's live on the ground just outside of Tel Aviv. Good morning, Trey.
Yeah, Bill, Dana, good morning. I do want to just
Chatter says, I don't see anything wrong with Iran defending itself. Oh, well, they're brown. That's it. To the Republicans, they're brown. So they don't have the right to defend themselves. They're brown. It's the same thing with the global south. Venezuela, Colombia, Mexico. They're brown. They don't matter. That's the unironic position of the United States government.
Breaking news here before I show you the scene of one of these cluster munition impacts just outside of Tel Aviv. But I'm told by a senior Israeli official that the Israelis just struck the Supreme Council gathering where the Iranians were meeting to choose a new supreme leader. This is a significant development.
Low IQ Chatter. Why is he mad that he's saying the truth? Why is it that Donald Trump could never do anything right to leftists? You fucking low IQ chipmunk. Shut the fuck up forever.
Again, speaks to the Israeli intelligence about this war. They just targeted the meeting in Tehran where what's left of the leadership was gathering to choose a new supreme leader. The Iranians are continuing their attacks against Israel. Right now, we are in the community of Bnei Brak. It's a religious community outside of Tel Aviv. And you can see where the police and first responders say part of a cluster munition that was attached to the warhead of a ballistic missile slammed into this apartment block. 7 people were wounded, 1 woman moderately. And I want to just show you the scene here in Bnei Brak. You can see the amount of destruction behind me.
Oh my God, no fucking shot,
rubble.
chatter. You are actually clinically retarded. Either that or you've never heard me speak before. You just said bootlicking an Islamic dictatorship. Do you know how many fucking times I have said that I don't support any theocratic regime? I literally about 45 minutes ago said shove the Quran up your fucking ass, bro. I don't give a fuck if you are Israel, Iran, or the fucking Vatican. I don't support theocratic regimes because I'm a fucking American, unlike you, piglet. I am an American. I bleed red, white, and blue. We have a separation of church and state. We are a secular society. You, if you had your fucking way, would tie the Bible to our fucking laws because you're just a white jihadist. You're the fucking Al-Qaeda.
All over this community. And again, police and first responders
No, don't ban him. Don't ban him. Let him stay. I like to have a little fucking stupid chud to point my finger at and remind that he's inferior vermin.
This entire area is filled with children because the Israelis are celebrating the holiday of Purim. And so just a remarkable scene here. You can see that all of these kids are dressed up for Purim. This isn't considered one of the most joyful holidays in Judaism. It commemorates the events of the Book of Esther, and it is when the Jews of ancient Persia were saved by a plot to destroy them. And so this is a holiday here where people dress up in costumes and they celebrate, and this whole neighborhood is filled with families and children, and thankfully none of them were seriously injured or killed by this missile attack. But this came, as you saw live on Fox, in a large barrage launched from the Iranian regime. And one of those cluster munitions exploded, and there is damage not just to this building, but this entire area because it rained down on the civilian population below. Bill, Dana?
Trey Yingst, thank you. I'm sure we'll see you again this hour. Bill?
Dana, there is an awful lot to go over based on what Trey has just reported.
Just sent out a text to find shit. I go, brutal news day. I genuinely need to eat your pussy for my mental health.
There. This assembly of clerics is significant for the succession of the next leader of Iran. They would be meeting in the town of Qom, Q-O-M, south of Tehran, marked by this blue dot right here on the map. What the Israelis are telling us over the past 12 hours or so, they've hit 60 different strikes.
Thanks for that text, Chris. You're welcome, Nelson.
And other parts of the Iranian terror regime throughout the country. So let's keep a very close eye on this.
Bro, tomorrow is not guaranteed. Text find shit and say, let me eat your pussy. Do it now.
Meanwhile, in the Persian Gulf, you got the Iranian Navy, of which they had 11 ships, and this is one of them. All 11 have been disassembled in the Persian Gulf, and they are out of service. And I can show you a little bit over here on the geography. Gulf of Oman, that's where the Lincoln is. Persian Gulf over here. If you look at this red dot over here, that's a frigate that CENTCOM says that they sank earlier today. Then all these are naval bases here in the Persian Gulf, which would symbolize that ship I just showed you. All 11 now out of commission. Move on over here to the region. These are the retaliatory strikes. That's Bahrain on Saturday. Retaliatory strikes in the region so far that Iran has reached out against, all right? A lot of these Gulf countries, okay? 11 on our map so far. And you heard Jennifer mention the U.S. Embassy in Saudi Arabia late last night. It was hit by at least 2 Iranian drones, maybe 3. And so far today, by the way, that embassy was empty. The American embassy.
That's the first funny thing I've seen from Kevin. He goes, feeling cute, might deport a Mexican. Bro, as much as, like, that is so fucked up, but that is also fucking hilarious, dude. That's how Trump operates. No, that's how Stephen Miller operates. It's like, felt cute, might deport a Mexican later. Like, literally, that's not even that. No. Stephen Miller goes, felt cute, might deport an American citizen later. That's how he fucking operates.
And we'll look for other developments throughout the area. U.S. government saying American citizens, if you're in these Gulf countries, to go ahead and find.
You want to know when I knew Trump was actually a homosexual? When he started deporting Latinas. You're deporting Latinas? Latinas? The fact that we didn't have an armed resistance, the second he started deporting Latinas, oh my God, that's a gay man.
The commercial route out. Perhaps easier said than done for the next couple of days with the airports the way they're lining up. Let me move to this. U.S. Embassy in Riyadh is a substantial, I mean, look, you got a
Dude,
swimming
him
pool.
deporting Latinas was gayer than him sucking off Bill Clinton to completion. Like, I mean, don't forget, Donald Trump literally sucked Bill Clinton's cock until fucking completion. Cradled the balls, too. But like, oh my God, dude, oh my God.
Got tennis courts, pretty good place to be dispatched, but not during this time when the Iranian drones come flying in. We'll update that throughout the day. Think about now what the proxies for Iran have been reduced to.
Oh
Think
my
about
God,
this.
they're going to claim that they're going to claim Hamas, Hezbollah, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, any and all terrorists in the Middle East are actually Iranian proxies. Every American that died in Iraq and Afghanistan can be attributed to Iran.
Hezbollah launched rockets into northern Israel 2 days ago.
Inshallah.
And the Lebanese government condemned Hezbollah. When has that happened? It's happened now. Hamas has been neutralized here in Gaza. The Houthis down here at Yemen, after firing so many missiles into Israel over the past...
It's not Hamas who has been neutralized in Gaza. It's 600,000 innocents, primarily children. You are building hotels and beachfront property and casinos on the bones of dead babies.
Here, they've been quiet. Here in Iran, the Revolutionary Guard Corps, they are under tremendous pressure now. The Shiite militias in Iraq, however, we have reports of them acting out against U.S. bases that are stationed in the eastern part of Iraq and the northern part of Iraq. But this is a substantial adjustment in Middle Eastern power that runs against the regime in Iran. Let's move on over here. I'll rejoin my partner, Dana, over the desk here, and we'll bring in Dan Senor to pick it up.
Yeah, Dan Senor, thank you so much. He's the host of Call Me Back. It's a podcast I have to listen to anytime it's on.
This is the stupidest possible thing we could be watching. Why? So that you understand what the majority of Americans are watching. Fox News is the #1 most watched news broadcast on planet Earth. They are getting hundreds of millions of fucking views every single day. The entirety of the boomer class, the boomer generation, this is what they're fucking watching. The people who are sending their sons to war, this is what they're fucking watching. It is very important for you to understand what state-controlled media is saying. This is state-controlled media. This is propaganda. This is North Korea shit.
I almost feel like there's no better guest for us right now than you. And maybe let's start with the breaking news that Trey Yingst just had about this possible attack on the Assembly of Experts in Iran.
Well, there's been 2 supreme leaders in Iran since the revolution. Ayatollah Khamenei, most recently, until he was killed, and Ayatollah Khomeini.
Can we talk about the fact that the previous Ayatollah was Ayatollah Khomeini and the current and the most recent Ayatollah is Ayatollah Khomeini? It's Khomeini and Khomeini. Like, what the fuck is going on over there, bro? Do you know what this is like? This is like when I was 9 years old and had to deal with the fact that our president was Obama and our enemy was Osama. Huh? Huh? You can't do that. You can't do that. That ruined my life.
Most important figure in this regime. If the U.S. government and Israel are committed to an end to this regime, then it seems that making sure there's not another supreme leader is important. So them trying to appoint a new supreme leader is one.
Yeah, no, next fucking Ayatollah is Ayatollah Kamehameha!
Today is like becoming the drummer in Spinal Tap. You know, the drummers just keep getting disappeared, you know, and so you don't want to be anointed a new supreme leader of Iran if
not to mention, oh my God, can we talk about for a second? I'm 9 years old. I'm 9 years old. And I go, who's the president? And they go, Obama. I go, who's the bad guy? They go, Osama. I go, who's the other bad guy? They go, Saddam Hussein. I go, what's Obama's middle name? Hussein. Like, bro, was that it? Is this a simulation? Is that the sky or a fucking LED screen? What the fuck? What the fuck?
What the U.S. and the Israeli government are focused on. I think right now, Iran is heading in one of 2 directions from U.S. policymakers' perspective. One is, do you do sufficient damage to Iran's military...
Not to mention the fact that I go, who started the war? And my dad goes, George W. Bush. And I go, so did George W. Bush, like, what's the deal with George W. Bush and bin Laden? Then I goes, oh, they were best friends. The bin Laden billionaire family. Just so you know, Osama bin Laden was a billionaire. One of like 14, born into like fucking royalty, right? The bin Ladens and the Bushes worked together in the oil lobby for fucking decades, bro. It was like a family feud. The same way that fucking World War I was a family feud.
Capabilities, destroying obviously its nuclear program, but also its missile production program, its drones, and really degrade its capacity to be a menace in the region. And yet find someone.
Y'all didn't know this? Yeah, Osama was like he was like the rowdy child. He was the one who was like, no, Dad, I don't want to be royalty. I'm gonna go hang out with the cool kids. And the cool kids are literally the fucking Taliban. Or actually, no, back then it was the fucking Mujahideen. And the guy's a billionaire. He's got so many connections that the CIA comes over and gives him money, gives him weapons, trains the entire fucking Mujahideen. We wrote articles about the brave Mujahideen and their young leader, Osama bin Laden, in the fucking 80s. All of this is real. All of this is real, dude. Ask your fucking parents if they're educated. Be like, hey, like, was Osama bin Laden like kind of like a hero during the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan? And they'll be like, yeah, no, like we praised him as a hero. And go watch Rambo 2. And when the movie ends, screen goes black, you know what pops up on the screen? Like, glory to the brave Mujahideen fighters fighting against the fucking Soviets. Bro, the Mujahideen turned into the Taliban. The Taliban turned into Al-Qaeda. Osama bin Laden was there the entire fucking time. Al-Qaeda turned into ISIS. ISIS turned into Hezbollah and Hamas. Like, that's what this is. It is all connected.
Multiple layers down who can kind of run the place. It's sort of like the Venezuela model, and have Iran be kind of a shadow of itself in terms of its reach in the region. That's one approach. The other approach is really put enormous pressure on the regime to the point that it invites real protests like we saw 2 months ago to put pressure from internally on the regime, that the regime just can't survive, that there's no one in the regime, in the current regime, to deal with, to run the place, and then something else emerges.
Dan, I want to play this from Benjamin Netanyahu last night. He was on with Sean Hannity. There's a lot of concern about how long this thing goes. You were in Iraq 20 years ago. I'll ask you about that momentarily. First, from the Israeli Prime Minister last night.
The reason that we had to act now is because they were, after we hit their...
Guys, quiet down. The President of the United States is speaking.
...nuclear sites and their ballistic missiles program, you'd think they learned a lesson. But they didn't, because they're unreformable. They started building new sites, new places, underground bunkers that would make their ballistic missile program and their atomic bomb programs immune within months.
Geez, I wonder why.
If no action was taken now, no action could be taken in the future. And then they could target America.
Yeah, the other thing he said last night is that this is not an endless war. He emphasized that. Why is this different, in your view, from Iraq 20 years ago?
Well, first of all, in terms of the military assets that are in the region. So in the lead up to the Iraq War in 2003, we had the equivalent of what we have now in the Middle East in terms of naval assets and air assets. The one big difference is we also had approximately 250,000 U.S. troops in the region. We don't have that now because the president's made clear he's not going to deploy
Why
ground
the fuck
troops.
is that motherfucker talking to our media? Because it's his media. Because it's his media. When are you going to wake up to the fact that the United States of America is bought and paid for? It is owned by Israel. Owned. The Democrat Party, the Republican Party alike. Owned by Israel. A fucking nation the size of New Jersey.
Now the question is, can Iran be sort of held together, and could there be some kind of transition without U.S. ground forces there? And I think we tend to over-analogize what is going on in Iran to the Iraq experience. They're two very different places. This could be a whole seminar, a whole podcast episode, Dana.
Let's do it.
But Iraq wasn't actually a real country. It was stitched.
What? 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 What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
We had the equivalent of what we have now in the Middle East in terms of naval assets and air assets. The one big difference is we also had approximately 250,000 U.S. troops in the region. We don't have that now because the president's made clear he's not going to deploy ground troops.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. The Pentagon already said that that is still on the table. You're a lying piece of shit. Suck my fucking dick.
The question is, can Iran be sort of held together, and could there be some kind of transition without U.S. ground forces there? And I think we tend to over-analogize what is going on in Iran to the Iraq experience. They're two very different places. This could be a whole seminar, a whole podcast episode, Dana.
Let's do it.
But Iraq wasn't actually a real country. It was stitched together, right? It was at the fall, after the fall of the Ottoman Empire. It was really stitched together.
After the fall of the Ottoman Empire. Okay. By that fucking logic, practically none of the Middle Eastern nations are real fucking nations. I understand the point you're trying to make, but you are not making it well. That a whole bunch of British dudes got together with a map of Arabia and fucking rulers and were like, this is gonna be a nation and this is gonna be a nation. And how do you say the land of in Arabic? Oh, well, it's Stan. Okay, we'll call this Afghanistan, and we'll call this Turkmenistan, and we'll call this Pakistan. Like, brother, oh my God.
Kurdish area, there were Shiites, there were Sunnis. There was not a great sense of national unity. So the only thing that held the country together was that all these people were living under some kind of communal repression under Saddam for over 3 decades. But once Saddam was gone, it was hard to sort of hold this country together. It took a lot of work, ultimately a lot of time, and a lot of sacrifice from our end. Iran is a real country that predates the revolution. Iraq was not that. There's a real sense
to while run waffle, yo, you're so fucking retarded that you literally couldn't tell me what fascism, communism, or capitalism is. Be so fucking for real with yourself. I guarantee you have an 8th grade education and your mother's a hooker.
Of national pride in this country.
We've seen that.
Right. And so I just, by the way, interestingly, in Syria.
Is that pride from before the revolution?
Totally.
Okay.
Totally. Yeah,
that's important.
It predates the revolution. This is a country, a country
Luigi,
that goes back 20 centuries. And so there was no such thing in Iraq. And so I think look, we have a tendency in U.S. policy, which is understandable, is we
Hey, wait, I have one question. This is all I need to know. Wall. Hey, Wall. Do you think the Nazis were socialist? That's the only question I have for you. Do you think the Nazis were socialist? This will tell me all I need to know about you. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh my God, he's probably asking fucking Google. No, sorry, he's probably asking ChatGPT. Hello? You there, fuckface? The fascists had a socialist-like economy but had a hierarchy society. What? Answer the question. Do you think the Nazis were socialists? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yeah, he did. He tried to reword a ChatGPT answer. Very fucking obvious. Yes or no, dude? That's my answer. Ban that piece of shit. Suck my dick, get AIDS.
Categorize and kind of create these binary scenarios based on past experiences, right? And so the debate, I think, until Trump became president in this term, the debate in U.S. policy had been either kind of endless wars, right, and just quagmire, or non-intervention entirely. And that was our choice. Either we do nothing, or if we do something, we're stuck forever. And that was, what he's demonstrating is so far, we'll see, is there's some way to operate in between, as we saw in Venezuela, for instance.
I just want to say in 2026 now, not 2003, but in 2026, if this works, it's a game changer for a lot of countries throughout the world. Dan, thanks for coming on.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be a fucking game changer. That's for damn sure. You're going to reshape the entire fucking global economy around oil. Literally going to change fucking everything. Is Trump live right now? Nah, he ain't live. No shot. Oh, he was 50 minutes ago.
Our countries get along very well. We have a great affinity for each other.
This is the German chancellor.
The chancellor has been very well received in Germany. He's a very successful man, became the chancellor of Germany, which is a big deal. And he's doing a very good job, in my opinion, a great job, very popular. And the relationship that we have in trade and everything else has been very strong. We've been able to do our deals. And
who gives a fuck?
To the families who are here who have lost loved ones, both who lost loved ones to violence perpetrated by immigrants, but also to those who have been seriously injured.
Senator, that those reports were coming.
Terrorism. You've testified earlier that you did so based on preliminary field reports. Who told you that these two victims were engaged in domestic terrorism? Where did you get that information from?
I've said before and will repeat again for you, Senator, that those reports were coming from on-the-ground agents that were there. It was a chaotic scene.
So you spoke to agents on the ground who told you they were domestic terrorism?
Yes.
Domestic terrorists?
My team was working with me, talking to those agents on the ground to relay as much information as possible that we could to the American people.
Your team told you that people in Minneapolis said they were domestic terrorists. Did they tell you whether they had any basis for that claim within either minutes?
This cunt is going to fucking prison.
Or hours of the shooting of Alex Pretty and Renee Good?
Sir, if you look back at the day of January 24th, there was a press conference earlier in the day, and then I held one hours later.
So I'm asking
and we were also
I'm
talking.
asking you, did you determine whether there was any basis for the sensational claim, a claim that proved to be utterly false, that these two victims were engaged in domestic terrorism?
There is an investigation ongoing. The FBI is leading that. There's also internal investigations that are ongoing.
I'm asking you
we'll continue to bring the facts forward.
Excuse me, Madam Secretary. I'm asking about your statements. In the immediate aftermath of these shootings, your statements based on completely unvetted information that if it was even provided to you proved to be utterly false, that you were content to tell the whole country.
She's lying right now, lying under oath. I guarantee you nobody told her on the ground that these were domestic terrorists. I guarantee you Stephen fucking Miller told her to say that.
Do you have any concern about misleading the whole country?
No, that's what she does for a living.
In the aftermath of a shooting, that you should provide only vetted information to the public? How do you imagine you're going to gain the trust of the American people if you're pushing out false information about the shooting of American citizens?
I work every day to get factual information to
No,
the
you don't.
American
Well, you
people.
didn't on that day. You didn't on the day that Alex Pretty was shot, and you certainly didn't on the day Renee Good was shot. You weren't getting out good information. You were making a spurious claim that has caused endless injury to the victims' families on the basis of God knows what. And then your agency doesn't allow local investigators. They essentially push away independent investigators. How's the public to have any...
Yeah, this fucking cunt is gonna go to prison, and I'm gonna cheer, dude. I'm gonna cheer when I watch her sobbing, begging, pleading for mercy, saying, I was just following orders from Stephen Miller and the president. Oh, I can't fucking wait. Now, here's our live cams for Missile Watch. Here's our live cams for Missile Watch. You never fucking know. Any goddamn moment, you never fucking know when those alarms are gonna go off. Boop, and then you hear, like, oh wait, that wasn't loud enough. Sometimes you're just chilling and then you're watching this and then you hear this. You know, and the next thing you know, missile comes in and it's, and then I'm like, there's some fucking Israeli going, hitting that fucking Charlie Kirk pose. Unreal. 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 Truth Social, I'll give it a look. Let's see, Trump Truth, what do we got? What do we got? Effective immediately, I have ordered the United States Development Finance Corporation to provide at a very reasonable price political risk insurance and guarantees for the financial security of all maritime trade, especially energy traveling through the Gulf. This will be available to all shipping lines. If necessary, the United States Navy will begin escorting tankers through the Strait of Hormuz. Yo, they're gonna sink our ships. They're gonna sink our ships. Do you know what happened to the last nation that sunk our ships? Nothing. We gave them hundreds of billions of dollars because that was Israel. But do you know what happened to the Japanese when they sunk our ships? We're talking about RIP USS Liberty and all of the brave soldiers who died on that, brave sailors who died in the USS Liberty. But do you know what happened to the Japanese when they sunk our boats? We dropped the sun on them. Twice. Oh, fuck, dude. This is where I'm saying this shit's gonna get bad. Oh, the United States Navy will begin escorting tankers through the Strait of Hormuz as soon as possible. No matter what, the United States will ensure the free flow of energy to the world. The United States' economic and military might is the greatest on earth. More actions to come. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Okay, so there's going to be a fucking naval fight in the Strait of Hormuz. And also, do you know how fucking insane any sort of oil tanker would have to be to take that risk? Oh, you're giving us insurance? Oh, you're gonna use your fucking you're gonna escort us? Yeah. Brother, you're risking your life. You're risking your life. Fuck the oil. There's people on those boats. Yeah, gas is going up like 65 cents every single day, bro. This time in June, gas is gonna be 5 times the fucking price. Guaranteed, bro. Guaranteed. Oh, Jesus. Jesus.
To launch these strikes against Iran? Did Netanyahu pull the United States into this war?
No, I might have forced their hand. You see,
you might have forced their hand. You don't have that sort of power, dude. You're a pedophile, sex trafficking, child rapist, and there's a vault in Tel Aviv with videos of you doing all of it. You don't have any fucking power. You think you're fooling us? Get the fuck out of here, tangerine tyrant, fat-bodied, decaying fucking fascist.
Negotiations with these lunatics, and it was my opinion that they were going to attack first. They were going to attack. If we didn't do it, they were going to attack first. I felt strongly about that. And we have great negotiators, great people that do this very successfully and have done it all their lives very successful. And based on the way the negotiation was going, I think they were going to attack first. And I didn't want that to happen. So if anything, I might have forced Israel's hand. But Israel was ready and we were ready, and we've had a very, very powerful impact because virtually everything they have has been knocked out now. Their missile count is going way down. Amazingly, they're hitting countries that were, let's call them neutral, right?
None of those countries are neutral, bro. They all have American bases in them, and we are bombing Iran. They're all fair fucking game because of your decision.
They lived together for a long time. I think they were surprised. I was surprised. And now those countries are all fighting against them and fighting strongly against them.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking.
Unfucking believable. Unfucking believable. Unfucking believable. All right, listen, that's all I got for you today. I'm going to take a fucking break. I'm going to go to the gym and get some of this fucking rage out. Thank you very much for tuning into the Valenti broadcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, helps me immensely. If you do want to support this channel financially, you could buy merch like the posters behind me. You can click the thanks button down below to tip me directly. You can click the join button down below to become a member for $5, and you can become a patron on Patreon. Shouts out to everybody who's ever donated a single fucking dollar to the channel. It is also very important that you guys become patrons in case this platform ever gets fucking nuked. Other than that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, helps me immensely. All right, guys. Have a good one. Have a good one. Later.